So this is a different crowd. All right, we went live right away.
Yes.
Hey guys, it's Ted from the TED Show. We are live August 24th, 2018. We've got Robert Prater, who's running for Orange County School Board here. Oh God, we didn't mean to make them leave. They could have stayed on the show. They're very good people from the Citrus Club. But Robert is coming on, and we want to talk about the importance of voting. And also just talk about the general race stuff. It's been very interesting, our political races. We won't dive too much, trust me, you know we're not really a political show. But welcome, thanks for coming back.
Thank you for having me on again.
All right, so let's make sure you can hear us or see us. I see some people on, let's see. All right, oh, Jules is on. Hey Jules, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us or see us. I'm sure they can.
Yeah.
I haven't adjusted anything since then. But a lot has changed since March.
Yes.
So we have a lot going on. You're running for Orange County School Board Chair, but really, people know your story from that video. I still want you to give a synopsis.
Yes.
But my biggest thing is that it's time for people to get out and vote.
Yes.
And I want you to tell them from your perspective, from the person running, or from somebody who believes in our system, which I do too, why is that important? So I'll let you go with the flow. You take it where you want to take it, and I'll just kind of go along with it.
Well, first I want to give a big shout out to the United Foundation of Central Florida, Inc. That was the first group that, after I had registered to be a candidate for Orange County School Board Chair, and run by Sandra Fademy. Her group was absolutely amazing up in the Pine Hills area, Evans High School. Yesterday, two of them yesterday and one the day before was the first time they've ever voted. And they were smiles, excited, and 18 years old, and we went on the radio yesterday and they encouraged other 18, 19, 20, 22-year-olds, please, if this is your first time voting, go out and vote.
Why do you think people think it's scary? Why do you think people are... I'm fascinated by this because it's such a beautiful right, a beautiful honor, really, for us to be able to vote in our country. So why do you think so many people are so laissez-faire about it, that they don't get involved, they don't engage? I mean, I have my theories, but I'd love to hear yours.
You know, there was a period of time when FCAT, now we have FSA, and where everybody's heard about the testing that No Child Left Behind came in, and civics and social studies got pushed aside because it wasn't one of the areas that were tested. So we have like a generation that did not learn about civics, about local government, and the importance of voting. It got pushed aside because of the test that we had to teach to the test. And and it's becoming more and more prominent now, and you're hearing more of the governors talk about teaching to this test, and we need to reevaluate how we're going about this. Where you have, and I gave a speech, we have created a generation of test takers. I had one of the students I was interviewing that was graduating from high school during the campaign, and I go, so what are you going to take in college? She goes, well, if they have a major in test taking, I'm all set. But she was serious. I know it sounds funny, it's sad, but we have to reevaluate vocational programs. We have to reevaluate the direction that what they want to become in college, and we have to start creating programs where they're ready to go to college.
So I have a theory I want to share with you. I don't think it's controversial because I think a lot of people feel this way. I think people feel like their vote doesn't matter. I feel like people believe they're so tired of the rhetoric. Yeah. They don't really know where to get the real news. They really have absolutely no idea how to figure out whether a candidate aligns with them or doesn't. And so rather than do the investment in time, which does take a lot, to their defense, you can't just Google it anymore. There's way too many crazy places to get information and it's not accurate.
Right.
So if you're exhausted by the process, you don't believe that your vote's going to make a difference, you sit back and you don't vote, which is the worst thing you can do, by the way.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on that? I mean, how do we overcome that?
Well,
when we're talking about voting.
Yeah, and somebody today posted on my Facebook page. Her name is Natalie Wood, and Natalie Ford, excuse me. And and she was saying part of the process, especially with education, is you could run for school board chair. And you
God
know,
help everyone.
and it shouldn't be that way. You should have a background in education. I'm the only teacher running for Orange County School Board Chair, and yet, you know, we have other opponents, and one has a degree in media relations, another one, everybody knows the mayor's running, and then we have an administrator running. So it's you think that you're not important because you haven't done the research, and it's understandable. There's so many candidates. You're getting robocalls. You're getting mailers. You're getting inundated with all this.
They knock on my door.
Yes, and it's it's interesting. Before we came in, I get 3 or 4 calls a day from voters on my phone, and I put my phone number purposely right on the front of my business card, and they interview me. Why should I vote for you? And I've had all but one that said they were going to vote for me after they got done, interviewing, because
But they took the time, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing for me.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a difference in your local community, your regional community, your national community, which is what it really is,
Right.
you have to take a little bit of time and do your own research.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about if you have something that is party line oriented, if that's your thing and that's how you vote and it goes down one way and it's all this way or that way, that's your thing. At least you have a rational reason why you're doing it.
Yeah.
I might not agree with it, but at least you have some sort of rationale as to why you're doing it. A lot of people go, there is way too much junk going on because it can be very negative, these campaigns. There's way too much information for me to maneuver through. I don't understand how to get through the minutia. I don't get it. And then they just give up.
Yeah.
And then we aren't, I'm not saying you, I'm saying
Yeah,
we
no,
as a
I'm
culture,
hearing
as
it
a
out there, too.
community,
You're right.
we don't really try to re-engage those people. We don't have a lot of ways for them to get super good, real information that is comparative. There's a lot of newspapers that try to do the comparison of candidates. And I mean, that's the best, most of the time, that's the best chance you're going to get of who stands on which thing.
Yeah.
But it's very challenging. And so in our society where everything is immediate gratification, if they can't figure it out in the first 5 minutes, they're not going to vote.
Yeah.
So I want to know how can we get them more engaged? Is it community involvement? You said civics teaching.
Yeah,
but also you have to go out. So you're done in high school, and then what do? You graduate high school. You're 18, and then you have no civics going on. Even if we had the classes, what do we do next? What do we do?
Well, each candidate's going to have a platform, and you would want to find out what their platform. Obviously, for education, for me, school safety right now is top priority, which is
huge.
what we talked about on the first show. But parent involvement. I mean, the more the parents get involved, the more the child, seems to behave better, have better academics, and so that student discipline is, the teachers have never been more disrespected. In the last 50 years of education, we have to address that, and we need to come up with a way that we're teaching kindergarten students social skills, first graders.
They need them, right?
Yes, and then teacher pay. I mean, right now in Miami, there's a bill to increase teacher pay by 20%. That's on the ballot.
That's substantial.
Yes, because that's how far behind.
I know.
We are.
Why are we so far behind on that? I mean, I know we're.
I don't know
supposed
if
to be
it's
talking
because
about
we're a
voting.
right to work state. I don't know.
But it's across the country. Really,
No, we're
right?
45th now. I met with one of the
we're
governor's
45th.
candidates yesterday, and he told the crowd that we are 45th
Why
now.
is this happening? So yesterday I also had on Chris Majoka, who is the director for United Arts of Central Florida, and he said we are now 48th in all distribution of arts-related money
Right.
into
please,
the community.
Please go and vote for the one millage also on Tuesday.
Why are
Because
we
if
45 in this and 48 in the other? Why is Florida? These are
And
my
we're
words,
the
not
third.
yours.
We are the third largest state now, population.
Why are we failing in this? What do we need to do differently? I'm asking you all sorts of questions I didn't prep you for, but I'll tell you my
But I
opinion.
can tell you this on a local level, because you talked about, your vote matter. On the local level, we have 8 school board members, because my forte is education. And of the 8 school board members, we only have 1 that has a background in education, and that's Kat Gordon. We have a lawyer right now as the chair. We've got someone with, they do real estate. No offense. I know that's your deal.
No offense taken.
Okay. Like I said, we got someone that's got a degree in media relations. I mean, we have no teachers on the school board, and no other profession does this. If you are running for attorney general, you have to have that background. If you're running for sheriff, you should be an officer.
Right. So if you're in the school system, or if you're running for that school board position, you should understand what a teacher and what students go through on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
I'm 100% in agreement with that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to get political. I just want you to know that I believe that. And if you don't believe that, then why would you want somebody in there administering? And it doesn't have to be necessarily your position, any position on the school board where they don't have any education background, they haven't taught in the classroom, they haven't worked with kids, they don't know what's going on, what the challenges are for the parents. I find that absolutely horrible.
Now, there are other facets to being on the school board, and I'm the only candidate that has a background in, a degree in education. I've owned my own business, and I graduated from a vocational school. There's going to be a bill next year coming out of Tallahassee that they are going to create real traditional vocational schools, grades 9 through 12. And they say it should pass with flying colors because 54% of the jobs in Florida are now trade jobs. So you got Valencia taking over nursing, firefighters, police, because we don't have traditional vocational schools.
We don't.
So.
All right, so when we're coming up on the so tell us a little bit about it. We're in early voting right now.
We're in the 8th day of 10.
And when does early voting end?
Sunday at 6 p.m.
And then the election. Let's talk about your election, for example. Your election that is still this month.
Well, Tuesday is technically the last day. Is election day, and a lot of people are traditionalists. They go and vote on election day.
I vote by mail.
Okay, and you're getting a lot of people that do vote by mail, and throughout the whole process. In the last primary, we had 16.3% of Orange County voters of the 750,000 that are registered. And they're projecting, right now we're at about I think we almost hit 10% of the 750,000 that have voted as of this morning. So they're thinking
10%.
maybe 20% of the voters will get out. Well, here's the confusing part. The school board is nonpartisan. So anybody can vote, whether you're Democrat or Republican. You can vote for whatever district you live in for that. If your district, which, by the way, you've got District 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7, all up for grabs right now, and then the school board chair. So you could have 6 new school board members come the beginning of this year.
Wow.
So and it's nonpartisan. So if you go, 43% of the families have children in schools. So you have a vested interest. Please get out and vote. And even if you don't have a child in school, the teachers are the ones that are creating the nurses and the doctors and lawyers and people that will service our community, so that you'll need, whether you have a child in school or not at some point. So everybody's affected by education.
Absolutely. I think it's so important.
And your wife's teachers.
My wife is a teacher. She sure is. And so I've been an educator. I was an educator at UCF. I've got my master's degree. I understand the classroom, not the younger children classroom, but I understand the young adults that are coming into the classroom. I mean, it's fast. That was 20-some years ago. I can't even imagine where their heads are right now. Yeah. But here's the deal. If you want to complain and moan and you haven't voted, I'm going to call you on the carpet for that, because I think it's horrible. Get out and vote. I don't care what you have to do. Find a way to get out and vote. If you haven't done, it's probably too late for the mail-away ones. I'm not sure if that's true.
If you have it, you can still
early voting. Get out and vote.
Yeah.
I don't know anything, Ted. Okay, so you don't know anything, but yet you're the person that's going to complain about it later on. educate yourself prior to so that you can make an impact.
Sure.
My vote doesn't count, Ted. That's bull. I'm going to call you out. It's bull. Your vote matters. Every vote matters. Some of these races come down to 10 votes, 5 votes,
Yeah,
40 votes.
District 1, it was neck and neck, and I think that, it was 67 votes. It's decided
67
Yeah.
votes. So don't tell me that your vote
when you talked to
doesn't-
Pete Clark, you've had on the show, I believe, right?
I have.
And he won District 3 commissioner by 70 votes, is what he told
It
me.
happens.
So, yeah, it is, I've heard anywhere that this is a neck and neck race for the chair, to different numbers. And you know what? I tell everybody, we saw what the polls came out like during the presidential election, and not one of them were right. So,
No, that's the thing. So that's also another thing. So if you're seeing the polls, I encourage you to really disregard those, and I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
why. Because I don't want it to motivate you to not vote because you think it's already a lost cause or you think your candidate has already won. So I want you to get out and vote.
Yeah.
Just vote. Get that sticker on. Anybody who goes in, who watches the show, anybody who goes and takes a picture of the sticker and sends it to me, bottle of champagne. I don't care if there's 500 of you. Let's do it. Let's get out there and vote.
and if you don't know what the issues are, feel free to call me, 407-283-9142. That's 407-283-9142. I don't care if I get 1,000 phone calls. I will answer whatever questions you have, whether you vote for me or not. I mean, I'm a teacher. That's my job.
You educate. All right, you've been a joy always to have on, my friend. I wish you the best. I can't wait to see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, it's Tuesday.
I know.
We're gonna know Tuesday
thinking
night.
it's so far away, but it's not far away.
Yeah.
Get out and vote. You can early vote. Look it up. All of us know how to use Google. If not, give him a phone call. He'll tell you where to go vote. Go to thetedshow.com. We'll post it on there. Just get out and vote and make a difference.
Yep.
Even if you feel like your vote doesn't matter, please know that it
Friend me on
matters.
Facebook if you got a question. It's Robert Prater. It's the one with me and my beautiful wife. Just click on that one, and I will friend you, and you can ask me all the questions you
All right.
want. And that's
So we'll share all of Robert's contact information when we share the show. He'll tag me. He'll put all of his website information, how you reach out to him, the phone number again. Get out and vote. That's the whole thought process behind this.
Yes.
It's obviously
you young guys, you young ladies, please. You're in college.
Come on.
Go vote.
Get out and
Go
vote. That's
vote.
what we want. We want to see great numbers out there because
Yes.
the more numbers, that means it's more representative of what
I need
people are
I need to know that being a teacher, that it's paid off and that we've gotten through to our young students that they need to go out and do their civic duty, and please vote.
I love it. All right, thanks for being on.
All
brother.
right, thank you.
Are you going to
Have a
reach out to him? We love you guys. We'll be back around 4:15. All right, see you then.
Thank you.
Wow. All right, and then.